my door, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city, every city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. Let's go. Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. Let's go.
What's going on? What's going on, you guys? I know you guys probably already heard the news by now. Running back Dylan Edwards has entered the transfer portal. Running back Dylan Edwards has just entered the transfer portal. I want you guys to chime in with me as we talk about this topic. Dylan Edwards. Jared, we're not happy, bro. We lost my favorite player. Yeah, I know this one sucks right here. This one sucks. It makes me wonder what happened as far as, on the backside of it. We never really know what goes on. But this one right here definitely hurts. This one right here hurts. This was one of our fastest running backs, if not the fastest player on the team. So I feel like this is a very big deal. I do feel like Dylan Edwards, obviously it's no brainer, decided to leave because of the running back they just added from Ohio State. Dre says, what's going on, Dre? He said, yeah, bro, this hurt. Yeah, definitely, man. It really do hurt. I'm surprised on this one. This is a shock. This is a shocker. This is a shocker right here. I didn't see this one coming. Laquana, what's going on, Laquana? She says, I'm shocked. Yeah, this is a shock one right here. This is not one where I was actually seeing coming because, Dylan Edwards and Coach Prime have a very good relationship far past just Colorado. That's why I just knew he was going to stick around. But, unfortunately, things just don't go the way we think. I know they believe in the Ohio State kid, but you can't let Dylan go. I know. Yeah, that's just not a good look in my opinion. I only know them by number, but he was great. Nice guy, too. Sorry to see that happening. Yes. And what's interesting is that my mom, she don't really watch football a lot, but when she turned on the TV last year, she saw Dylan Edwards, and she was like, I like that little kid right there. You know what I'm saying? That he's fast, he's quick, and she recognized him as well, and she don't even watch football, man. So Dylan is special, man. You know what I'm saying? And so it just makes me wonder why he left. Because if he leaving because of the Ohio State kid, regardless of where you go, that's what I've been saying. Even with Savion Wilkerson, but I understand Savion Wilkerson. Dylan Edwards was going to play. But my thing is, regardless of where you go, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to compete. Now I'm not saying Dylan Edwards wasn't going to compete or wasn't willing to compete. We don't know really why Dylan Edwards left. But if that's the case, then, he can go to Ohio State. Especially now with the transfer portal the way that it is, you're going to have to compete regardless one way or another. Huge deal like this really opens the door for the rest top players to leave. I don't know, man. I kind of disagree with that one a little bit because I feel like it's just a situational thing with the positions. The running back room is loaded. And what people don't realize is that Charlie Offerdale has an effect of what's going on as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many running backs right now. You have Michael Welch, the kid from Ohio State. Those two guys, without a doubt, going to be the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? Then it was going to be Dylan Edwards. So that's three. We don't run the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? So not only are you rotating with three running backs, you also not getting a lot of But see, that's the thing with Dillon. I was thinking he was gonna still get in the passing game, so it's shocking to me. But the other guys I can understand, because at the end of the day, we are a passing team. Shout out to Black Time. He said, I didn't see it either, but things happen and working with a bigger back will help the scheme. They need blocking backs as well that can run downhill. Maybe he left for the bag. Yeah, who knows? I honestly don't think he left for the bag, in my personal opinion. I just feel like the timing of him leaving tells me that it was about that running back. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was questioning yesterday, is he going to be RB1? It's all over social media. I'm talking about big platforms like ESPN, First Take. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of hype on the Ohio State kid. To be honest, all we need is decent 1,000-yard rusher to help offense. Yes, facts. As sad as I hate to see Dylan Edwards leave, I still don't feel like it hurts our offense a lot, or whatever the case is, because we have a lot of weapons. But I mean, at the same time, that speed is something you can't replace, though. So at the same time, I still feel like, yeah, we still can lose out a little bit because of speed. Like Dylan Edwards is fast too, so that's a deal breaker. Dylan was always situational, not in every down back. This was personal. I agree. I feel like Dylan Edwards was a situational running back. I don't know if Coach Prime, but that's the thing. There's no way I'm finna believe Coach Prime forced him out. I feel like Dylan Edwards wanted to be a every down back, and maybe Coach Prime. The only thing we can do is guess as far as what we see from the outside in. We obviously don't know, but I just feel like Dylan Edwards may have wanted to be an every down back. He was starting with the Warrens every practice, and so now you're bringing in another running back who's about to take my reps along with Michael Welch, and who knows with Charlie. So, you just never know how Dylan is thinking. But my thing is, regardless of where you go, you're gonna have to compete. Man, Edwards running from competition soon. Prime sign dude from Ohio State. Cats want facts. I mean, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? 122 people in the room, man. Just hit the like button if you guys don't mind. Just hit the like button. Sometimes I forget. Colorado, shout out to Amari. Colorado have better players than last year. Facts. Shout out to Robert. Robert says, man, Couch sent him to go get that bag. Shout out to Twan. College football free agency has changed everything, and it will remain chaotic like this until they change the rules. That's why Nick Saban said, F that, I'm out. Facts. It's too much. It's too much because you just never know who's going to hit the portal. You know what I'm saying? Because of the bag, because of other reasons. It's definitely chaotic. I always tell people college football is now professional now. It's semi-pro, a higher level than semi-pro. Shout out to Patterson. Didn't see this coming, but Colorado will be okay too. Shedeur will be throwing a lot, but Dylan could have been the kick return, punt return, running back. Facts. Even with the running back that's coming, there's no way I'm finna believe Dylan Edwards was not going to eat. You know what I'm saying? This is sad. Shout out to Yami. Dylan has speed on his side, so he would always be needed. Why leave? Facts. You got speed, why leave? So I just personally feel like Dylan should have stayed regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. Your objective, you run a fast 40, you're going to put up some good film with this offense. This offense is going to be very electric. You kill pro day, you got an opportunity to make more money than what you're being offered if you are offering a bag. The college football will never be able to compete with the NFL as far as money goes. And I don't even think it was about that with Dylan. Dylan left. The timing of him leaving was right after them signing this running back from Ohio State. So that personally tells me, as a former player, you leaving because you're afraid of competition, or Coach Prime probably sat with you one-on-one to let you know you're not an every down back. Dylan wasn't big enough, but who will be yeah, facts. But who will be RB? Ohio State kid, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or Michael Welch, because Michael Michael been balling as well. But the kid from Ohio State, there's a lot of hype on him. Dallas Hayden, I mean, he's an NFL back according to different resources. Cat's afraid of competition. It's the running back coach. This is some BS. Cats ain't built to get coached by Coach Prime. This generation is different. They can't stand the rain when they know it's competition. Facts. That's the only way I look at this. Like, you guys may hear other YouTubers, try to blame Coach Prime and try to blame, this and that. But in my opinion, man, just looking at it, the timing of it, you ran from competition. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call it, what it is. Just my personal opinion. There a girl involved somewhere. What's an every down back? An every down back is a back simply that can play every down, not a situational back. You can run them in the red zone, short down and distance. You don't have to just use them in shotgun situations, different formations. A situational running back is a running back you only use for certain situations. Maybe if it's 1st and 10, you put them out there, you throw them a screen. Every down back cannot run up the A gap and the B gap. It's levels to it. The running back we have now, Dallas Hayden, is a every down back, which means he can catch out the backfield. He can run in between the A and B gap. He can run in the red zone, goal line situation. He's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? The Ohio State kid is a beast. So I feel like Dylan Edwards knew that, and Coach Prime Coach Prime kept it 100. I already know that he keeps it 100, and he probably already sat down with Dylan and told him, "You're gonna be a situational back." But before this kid came, Dylan Edwards was pretty much an every down back, but they was rotating. All the running backs was rotating. That's just how I feel about it. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. Some of these guys might be insecure and making decisions solely based on emotions. But why not get both the bag in NFL? But why not get both the bag? Hey, if you can get it, get it. If you can get the bag in the NFL, go and get it. But I'm just going to say this. Regardless of where you go, you're going to have to compete to get the NFL. You can get the bag, but the NFL ain't going to be promised regardless of where you go. You're going to have to work for that. Mad Dog TV Diva Alton was the first domino, and the rest of the homeboys followed. Facts. 263 people in the room, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Y'all know I don't ask for much. No donations. Just hit the like button. It's free. Aaron says, why leave? Get more touches and more dollars. It's going to be all about Shedeur anyway. Wasting another year. I'm not gonna say it's gonna all be about Shedeur, but I'm gonna say they're gonna pass the ball regardless. So, but I still can't understand why Dylan would leave, because it fits his style. Dylan is a out the shotgun wide receiver / running back style player. So I could see if it was another running back, but for Dylan, it just doesn't. It doesn't. It's confusing for me. Will Coach Prime stay in Boulder after this year? I don't think so. Too much media lies. I can tell he is getting fed up. It's cutthroat. I'm hearing that Dylan had an offer that he couldn't refuse, meaning money and promise. If that's the case, congratulations. Shout out to my man Bacon, man. Always chiming in. This young fella, man, knows about the game as well, former player. He says, God dang, I didn't want this. Me neither. I didn't want this to happen. Don't forget, yes, Michael and the other Debo type receiver from high school. Yeah, that is true. But I still feel like Dylan, if he would have stayed, those guys would not be starting over Dylan Edwards. It's all about you. Facts. I heard where Tom Brady, man, I want to get that video. Let me see if I can find that video. Tom Brady made a video. Let me see. I ain't gonna be able to find it, but Tom Brady had a video where he made about the transfer portal, and he pretty much said it's all about you now. You know what I'm saying? It's about your brand, but what about the team? It's changed now. The game has changed. Hit that like button. Yeah, appreciate that, Sandy. Yeah, hit that like button. 347 in the room. Hit the like button. I'm trying to read every comment. I don't skip over comments, man. So at least appreciate me. Whether it's positive or negative, I'm still reading your comment. I expect Colorado defense to be mid at best this year. He sucked. Why so many Colorado players scared of competition? I have no idea. Because that's the only way I look at it. You have to be afraid of competition. You leave when Dallas Hayden arrives. You know what I'm saying? That I can see if he left before then, and then you left before the spring game. So it's like I just don't understand why guys would not want to hit the game film, the most recent film. But in Dylan case, he has speed, and he also, have some film as far as from last season. So, but at the end of the day, as I said before, regardless of where you go, the transfer portal is active, which means you can go somewhere like a team that's saying they need a running back, but then in a couple of weeks, a player could hit the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? And somebody can be arriving. So it's going to be the same thing. I was hoping this wasn't true. Me too. I was actually getting my haircut, man. You guys know I've been looking wild, but I was getting my haircut. You know what I'm saying? When I saw it, and I was like, man, it ain't no way Dylan left. But it's true. It's official. They have to get contracts for the players. Yeah, they're gonna. Someone else mentioned that as well, Jeremiah. Is that they're gonna have to get contracts or something because it's crazy. Appreciate that, Sandy. Hit the thumbs up button. Dylan had just joined the Colorado Buffs track team. He might be switching sports. I highly doubt if he's not going to be playing football. So teams can just reach out to you and offer you money. That's a good question right there. I don't know. This is new to me, Juju. I don't know anything about you being able to be offered a bag from another team if you're not in the transfer portal. It just doesn't make sense in my opinion. That's why I say he had to run away. He had to run from competition. I just can't see, you know what I'm saying? I just can't see Kalen DeBoer, Alabama's coach, inboxing Travis Hunter and being like, hey, I'm going to offer you this amount of money. Can you come play for us? That's illegal. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it can't be about the money. It's more about competition and how you're going to be used at the running back position. Yeah, we know he wasn't trash. Will Coach Prime stay in Boulder after this year? He was too small, but he was fast though. Dylan is a very good running back. Wasn't Dylan supposed to start? Sonya, that's a great question. You know how Coach Prime get down. There's no such thing as, you're going to start. You have to prove that at the end of the day, these guys got to compete. And so with Dallas Hayden arriving, before Dallas Hayden arriving, yes. But with Dallas Hayden arriving, we don't know. And you just pretty much gonna have to show what you can do, once he arrives. So but I will tell you there was already conversations of people from that camp saying that Dallas Hayden was going to win a job. I can tell you that. And this is coming from players that's in that locker room where I'm not gonna air them out or anything, but Dallas Hayden is the real deal. There is no way this team will have any type of chemistry. I don't know how they won't have chemistry. Greetings, shout out to C-Mac. Man, that's who I wanted to watch. Dylan Edwards, Alton McClain. Me too. Me too. Let me see, man. I got a player. I actually got a Colorado player, man. I'm gonna see if he can join. Just give me a second. The screen probably gonna hold on. Just give me a second.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's see. We got I think the Charlie moving to running back 2 makes Dillon salty. That's possible. He lost me getting rid of Dillon Edwards, humble kid who works hard. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, we don't really know. We really don't know what the reason is, because there's players that's on this roster right now that don't know. I can't tell you guys that. I'm actually talking to one right now on Instagram. Coach Prime may leave after this season. I didn't want to believe that. No, he's not going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere for sure. So I mean, at the end of the day, Prime bogus, whatever player Dillon wanted, he should have give. Losing 3 running backs is crazy. So many comments coming in. I'm trying not to skip them. Like I said before, I would not be surprised if Jimmy Horn is next. I mean, hey, I'm surprised about Dillon Edwards. So I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised neither now. I would not be surprised neither. Coach wants to throw the ball. These players have to sign contracts. I do feel like that they may have to sign contracts because it's hard for coaches. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys got to understand, if you're an offensive coordinator, you know, for an example, you call plays according to your personnel. So if you have Dillon Edwards, your playbooks and your plays is designed for his strengths. And if he leaves, now you have to rearrange your playbook around what you have. You know what I'm saying? So with guys just hitting the portal left and right, it's not only, you know, bad for the team, but it's also bad for the coaching as well, because you just don't have a lot of time neither. You know what I'm saying? The spring game is literally this week, you know, and so everything is about timing as well. Coach is building an NFL powerhouse. I believe that he definitely bringing in. Coach Prime is not making moves off of emotions. I feel like Coach Prime is making business moves. I don't feel like he's making moves based off of what's the word? Relationships. You know, at the end of the day, if he got a dog, or he sees a dog out there that's in the portal, he's going to grab him. It's possible, but Charlie hustled hard too. He is one player I watch during practice, and I like his work ethic. The kid works facts. I'm rooting for Charlie, man. I'm really rooting for Charlie, and I think Coach Prime loved him some Charlie as well. You know what I'm saying? He moved up to number 2. Charlie is still running back number 2. There's no playing around with that. You know what I'm saying? Coach Prime ain't just saying that for us to know. Like, Charlie is the number 2 running back. So you had Dillon Edwards. Now the running back number 1 spot is wide open. Who I personally feel like is going to win that, I'm going to personally say Micah, because I haven't seen a guy from Ohio State play. But, from what people are telling me, he's the real deal, and he's probably going to win it, according to what other people are saying, other resources. But I like to go by what I see, and I see Michael Welch dominating every well-off media video. The prime fatigue is real. Nick Saban told y'all there needs to be structure for the portal and NIL. Yes, he did. Nick Saban definitely did that, and I hate Nick Saban had to retire early because of that. Because I like me some Nick Saban, arguably one of the greatest coaches to coach the game. Miller is leaving, not Jimmy. Now Miller ain't going nowhere. We ain't even finna start that in here. Do you think Coach Prime will leave after Shedeur? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Unless an NFL team try to buy him in, because money talks. But I don't think so. Soft. Somebody said it because of Coach Flea. I just can't see that neither. I cannot see a positional coach making decisions over the head coach. I've never seen that happen, and not only in football, but in life neither. I've never seen a smaller position or a lower position make business decisions like that. That's you know what I'm saying? That's like, a manager or well, I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna say Coach Flea position that he's in, he has no control over the roster like that. Everything has to come through Coach Prime. The allure and shine of Prime has worn off. More importantly, the fakeness of Prime is no longer hidden. Nothing will surprise me anymore. Facts. Nothing will at all. Shout out to Orlando. He says, bro, this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? Amari Miller may be leaving. That's why you got to be a dang fool to be a running back and come to Colorado. If you ain't ready to compete, don't go to Colorado for sure. Jimmy locked in. Yeah, I feel like Jimmy is locked in, but I felt like Dylan Edwards was locked in, to be honest with you. So you just never know what's in the heads of these guys. But it looks like Jimmy locked in, but you just never know. Was Saban right? Yes, I personally feel like he was. Football is not the same as it was back then. It was more enjoyable when guys had to compete to earn money. When guys, when it wasn't just about how much money you make and your brand, where it was about the team, how we're going to do this season. What's the goal? The end goal is to win a championship. I think those days was better. So absolutely, I never question. Who am I to question Nick Saban? You know what I'm saying? We're talking about, a dynasty that was created under Nick Saban. So was he right? It's not even to be asked. It's not even a question to ask. No way you let go. No way you let Dylan go anywhere. They throwing the ball. You got a little more sense than JTL. Steve, that's sad to hate someone you don't know, but that's between you and God. Facts. This portal is crazy. If they don't fix it, college football going to be like Madden with the fantasy draft. Yeah, it's crazy, Dwight. 620 people in the room, man. Hit that like button. I'm going to share the link. Something I usually don't do for those that want to just voice their opinions. We'll do one at a time. You know what I'm saying? I post it in the comments. For those that want to join to give their opinion. Please not Amari and Miller too. Yeah. Now, don't let it be Amari and Miller. If it's Amari and Miller, all 600 y'all gonna see me in front of the camera crying. You feel me? Like I love me some Amari and Miller, dog, for sure. You know what I'm saying? First round pick, hands down, best wide receiver on their team from Louisiana, within 3 hours from where I stay. You know what I'm saying? So now Amari and Miller locked in. If he was going to transfer, he would have been transferred. Amari and Miller is built different. So I never speak transfer portal in the same sentence with Amari and Miller. He's a different breed. We're going to bring in Brian Johnson. What's going on, Brian?
How you doing, my man? I love watching your your program and stuff like that. You know how you break things down. I just love it. I just love it. Yeah, me and my son, man. You know, we're Prime fans, Colorado fans, but what's going on? What is going on? I can understand Wilkerson. You know, he didn't get much play last year, and you know, with Micah, you know, basically doing the same job and being a freshman and bringing in the Ohio State running back. And you know, like you said, I heard that he's a dog. But with Dylan, I just think with his relationship with Coach Prime as a kid, there must have been something else going on. You know what I mean? I don't want to speculate, but you know, just saying, because you know what happens all the time with athletes. You know, you played football. I was a professional hockey player, the 8th black ever to play in an NHL. But the thing is this: in the locker room, players talk. You know this as well as I do. And so sometimes in football, it's more broken down. You know that more than I do. In that room, you know, guys says, well, if you're leaving, I'm going to leave. If you're leaving, I'm going to leave. So if that's the case, just as pure hypothetical, if that is the case, there's an issue with the position coach, because players will stay. Usually players will stay because loyalty to their position coach. So if that's not mentioned in any kind of form or fashion, then I think there's definitely a serious issue there, because for a whole running back room, going from your starter, your potential starter, a guy that you brought from Jackson State, and they all leave, and they're, you know, and only one there is a walk-on left down from last year, Charlie. So, and you know, I think the weakest link for me for Colorado is their running back position coach and their linebacker position coach.
That's a very, very good point. I didn't look at it like that. So do you think with that relationship, if that's the case, let's just say that is the case, with the, you know, relationship between Coach Prime and Dylan Edwards, do you think he would have allowed Dylan to still walk away despite that?
There had to, well, I'm hoping that there was a conversation had. So if Coach Prime always says that he keeps it, you know, keeps it 100, and we say, listen, because then at the beginning of the year, they were saying that basically we're putting Dylan in a new position, not as a 3-down running back, more as a situational player, more in the slot, you know what I mean, out the back and stuff like that. So, you know, Dylan's he got speed to kill. We all know this, but he's not up the middle back. He can break it once in a while, but he can't do it because of his size and his stature. You know, that pounding would wear on him eventually. That's what I truly believe. You know more about that because you being a football player. But the thing is, I think there was a conversation, or is there some kind of discord in the locker room? Because if there's some kind of discord, how could you not keep a guy that you've known for years? That would be just as sad, not sad, but a case with young Mathis if he jumped into the portal. Because this is kids that you've not known at a certain stage, but you knew them when they were just kids, real kids, you know, and you're seeing their maturation up to this point. So the thing is there something going on? Or, like my son was saying, maybe Coach Prime was saying, you know, obviously he's putting all his eggs in the basket this year. Is he leaving? And the players might have got wind of that. We don't know. And like I said, it's pure speculation, hypothetical. If they hear it, well, you know what, hell, if he's leaving, man, I'm going now. Or the other case is somebody's throwing a big bag at these young men.
Yeah, it's a lot to speculate. It's different from when I was playing, you know, when guys just can, you know, you had to earn NIL money or you really wasn't getting paid. It really was just scholarship money. But I just feel like I agree with Nick Saban. It just makes it more, you know, a chaotic situation now. It's more of a chaos. But, I mean, moving forward, how do you feel the running back room is now without Dylan Edwards?
Well, I think that with this, what's a Hayden, I think his name is, coming in from Ohio State, and there's got another prospects coming in for the spring game. It all depends on the offensive line. But the thing is, something was very telling the other day when Shedeur and Shiloh were at the press conference, and Shedeur said, why wouldn't a wide receiver come here? Because, you know, we're going to be throwing a lot. So the running back is saying, man, I'm not going to get no kind of juice here. You know what I mean? If they're going to throw the ball 80% of the time. So and the protection will seem like it's a lot better. Obviously, what we see on the videos than obviously it was last year because he was getting mauled. But if that is the case, then a running back saying, "Hey, man, you know, I'm not going to hang around." But you see, but the peculiar thing for me was Dillon wasn't that guy that you think that was going to be a 1,000-yard rusher, anyways, in my view. So he's going to be more like a scat back or a matchup nightmare. Put him out, you know what I mean, against a linebacker. Can't cover him. A safety can't cover him. So I'm surprised in that regard. But like I said, what I reiterated before is that I'm not a big believer in Coach Flea. I'm really not. You know what I mean? Because I watched as I watched the videos, well-off videos, and reach the people and Uncle Neely. I see one scrimmage where they had Dillon. Then he says, "Okay, McCaskill, go in and give Dillon a blow." So was there kind of feelings there where McCaskill already thought, last year you were saying that I'm going to be the cowbell. I'm fully healed. I redshirted. I'm fully healed, and now that you're putting me back at second string. So sometimes I think you don't have to you have to appease players in different ways. Some players you have to rub their back. Some players you got to put the foot up in their butt. So I don't know, but if you see three guys out of a room that's leaving, there was a strong conversation saying, "Man, well, you're going to hit it, man. They're going to pass the ball anyways. I'm not going to get much play." So that conversation, was happening.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Is there any final things you would like to say? I'm going to bring some more people in, but I definitely appreciate you chiming in and voicing your opinion. You definitely have some knowledge.
Well, yeah, I'd just like to say continue your great coverage. And I know sometimes you probably know things that you don't want to display, and that's understandable. I just want to say to people to continue watching your program. And I don't want to – let's not be the guy on the Titanic and stay on, but let's not be the guy to jump either. So
right.
Just keep the faith, and you know what? Coach Prime already knew something was going to transpire, and like I said, all we got is time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ride until I can't ride no more. Thank you very much, my brother, and God bless from Canada.
All right, take care. Now, I appreciate you chiming in.
Thank you, appreciate you.
All right, so we got Warren G. He's absolutely correct, though. At the end of the day, let's bring Warren. What's going on, Warren G? How you doing?
What's good with your money? I like the smoke that's coming from this channel, man. Much heat. I stay warm with this channel. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content, man. And please hit the button. I don't care if you don't like it, and give them some feedback on how you doing. Look.
Yeah, I appreciate that, my man. How you feel about the situation, right? With Dillon Edwards.
Oh man, I became invested in Alton and Edwards and a number of other players, and so yeah, I had grown some emotional connection to it, But that tells me as a fan, the transfer portal is the good, the bad, and the ugly, depending on what side you're sitting on at the time that is happening to you. And I got some ugly, I got some bad, but I have to say I got some damn good too out of this transport portal. So I'm gonna just hit it from this point. I'm not gonna speak on the players and why they move. I know that the way Coach Prime is handling this, he's replacing whatever goes out with players that can not only accomplish what other players was bringing to the table, but bring some more too. So I like what he's doing too. He offsetting everything that's going out, if not getting better in certain positions. The running back that we got coming in from Ohio State, Ohio State breeds running backs. That's what they known for. That's their gravy. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's their meat and potatoes. So. And this brother has played some quality time. They so deep in Ohio State. It's hard to get playing time over there. But this ain't no slouch. This running back ain't no slouch.
And that's what I've been telling people. This kid can definitely play. And I actually reacted to Ohio State that spring game, and so I was just telling people, man, this kid right here, they definitely have to win a job. He's the real deal. Average 5 some yards a carry, and he's a every down back too. See, he's not a situational back. He can do it all.
Yeah, that's fact. That's facts. And then we brought some players. The players that went out, I'm still 10-2. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna just
Yeah,
put it that way. I'll put it blunt. We 10-2 up in here, over here on this side of town for CU, and that ain't changed with what we had with what left out of the that went out of the transfer portal. So
fact,
I'm good. I'm good with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that movie, if you ever seen that movie, it was all about the bad. Everybody was
fact.
chasing the bad. The
That's
good, the
facts
bad,
right
and the
there.
ugly, all was chasing the bad.
So, is there any final things you would like to say? I definitely appreciate you for chiming in. I'm gonna get some others
Man,
a chance.
yes, sir. On one thing, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, bro.
I
And
appreciate you, my
everybody
man.
in the
Take
chat,
care.
y'all, one love, bro. I'm
One
out.
love. All right, him. What's going on, him?
Yo,
What's good? How you feeling?
man, I think people just need to realize Prime ain't getting rid of nothing that really matter. He getting rid of stuff that was 4-8. You got to clean the house. 4-8
Mm,
is 4-8, bro. Like I know Dylan Nevels had a good game the first game, but besides that, tell me another game where he had a good game.
mm.
I mean, this everybody that left, tell me Slusher had a game-winning tackle, but besides Slusher and Dylan, what they lost? They ain't lose
Mm.
nothing. They bringing in better players from Ohio State, running back from Miami, Ohio, lineman, defensive end. Why nobody talking about the good players they bringing in? They talking about the sorry. Well, I ain't gonna say sorry, but the players we didn't win with last year. What's
That's good.
what's the I mean, what's the big thing? We got rid of what we didn't win with, and what people want Prime to keep the same team and keep losing with the same players. We was four and
That's
eight, bro. We was 4-8. That means we didn't have a good team. It's time to rebuild, get better players, and try something different.
that's,
It,
that's facts right there.
it's all it
You know,
is. It's kind of like with the Lakers last night, the fan favorite shit with Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves was on the trading block for Murray from Atlanta. That the fans liked the Reeves, so nobody wanted to trade him. The same thing with Dylan Edwards. He a fan favorite, but after TCU, tell me how many yards and touchdowns he had. That's all I
mm,
want to know. Just tell me. I'm waiting. I mean, he a good player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not impactful. He's not Miller. He's not Hunter. He's not Horn. He's not. He's not something that we need. He a good player though, but he's not something that's gonna make us go from 4 wins to 9 wins. No, the running back from Ohio State, he's a good player.
I agree.
We didn't
I
lose
agree with you
nothing.
100%. 100%. At the end of the day, what I'm saying, he left, so we only thing we can do if you rocking with Coach Prime in Colorado, you gonna rock with him. You can't just shy away when guys leave. That's just the nature of the game now. So
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to look at what he's bringing in though. He's not
mm,
bringing in players from Jackson State and HBCUs and players that's he bringing in leading tackles from teams, players from Ohio State that winning programs. He bringing in talent. He not bringing in players who don't nobody know. Come on, man, y'all got to stop with this shit. He bringing in some of the best players at their position in the portal. What's
mm,
the problem? Like, what's the problem? Whole new offensive line, whole new defensive line. Like, come on, receivers that led the SEC in receiving. Like, come on, man. Like, what? Well, he didn't lead the SEC, but he was one of the best receivers in the SEC. Like,
yep,
what are they losing? I'm confused.
I agree with you. I
uh,
definitely agree.
I think it's Dion. People want to see him fail, so every time somebody lead a program, it's a big deal.
Oh yeah,
That's what it is.
you already know how they rock when a player
Even with
leaves.
Kamari McLean, he's a 5-star, but what did he show last year besides that one defensive play against USC? He was still getting
Mm,
burnt. Like, did I miss something? He was still getting burned. Oregon was still burning his ass. Like, come
That's
on,
right.
man.
That's right, man.
Yeah,
Well, I
man, that's
definitely
all I
appreciate
want
you.
to say, man. I just want to let y'all know, man. Prime's 7, 8 wins. He building a program. They had 1 win. Give him time. Let him get his players in there, and we'll be okay, man. Yeah, I gotta understand. He rebuilding a program that was horrible. And
Fact.
people act like Colorado was in the bowl games a couple years ago. No, they wasn't.
Facts.
They
They
was
still got to
horrible.
build. Well, I definitely appreciate you chiming in, my man. I'm gonna get King a chance to chime in, but definitely appreciate you.
For sure, brother.
Okay, now we'll get King a chance to come in, and then we'll get ready to close. What's going on, King?
What's up, bro? I appreciate you having me on, man. What's good?
Not much, not much. How you feeling?
Everything, man. Hey, man, look, man. This is to me. I'm looking at this like so. Last night I was watching this dude. He put up and it kind of came all full circle. He pulled up the roster and their scholarships, and I'm sitting there looking at it like you can tell. I don't think Prime gonna be there for the next 2 or 3 years. He ain't gonna be there. He's leaving, and I'm gonna throw this out there. If you see what you think, I got him maybe possibly going to Dallas, coaching Dallas. That's if they have a decent season this year. But I don't think Coach gonna leave Colorado with a winning record. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be an under 500 coach, basically because the talent that he's forced to bring in. Like you remember what he said, I'm trying to win now. Well, you got to win now with players, and he had to gut the whole roster. And the people he's bringing in are pretty much backups. These guys aren't starters on Alabama's, and which is why Saban left. Saban didn't want to deal with none of this. Saban didn't want no part of this because it takes a lot of energy to bring these guys in, pump them up, gas them up, telling them they're going to be stars, they can make it to the next level, and then knowing that the team's going to be trash, basically because you don't have the talent around. That's why he went out and got that offensive line. Shador is trying to win a Heisman to go first top 3 picks. So he's going to throw the ball next year 40 times a game, 40, 45 times a game. They throwing the ball. So all these running backs that's leaving don't mean nothing. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They're not going to run the ball but 10 times. You know what I'm saying? 15 times. In situational situations, you know what I'm saying? 3rd and shorts, they're going to run the ball. But other than that, Shador's trying to pass for 400 yards, 5 touchdowns every game in order to be number one.
So you did watch the game last year, right?
Yeah, I watched all of them, just like everybody else. And if you look at it, that first game was a telltale sign of what they're going to have to do in order to be competitive against mediocre teams. You know what I'm saying? But when they get up against those Oregons, which that Oregon coach looking like a star now when he says we're doing it for the wins, not the clicks. Well, coach got to do it for the clicks basically because they can't bring in these guys. You can't bring in these guys from LSU's and the Alabamas and Ohio State. That Ohio State running back, he knows he's going to start. He's going to get 10, 15 touches. And other than that, which is going to be good for him. But you can look at the roster that he built. He don't have freshmen. He don't have sophomores on his team that are proven that are going to stay there for the next 2 or 3 years. So in all honesty, they're going to be mediocre next year. Look for Shador to have, 40, 45 passes a game. Look for him to lead if he can get Shador to top 3 pick. Then look for him to be gone. And I'm not so sure that he won't go to Dallas because Dallas gonna be trash next year. When Dak leaves, Jerry goes out and signs Shador because they're gonna be about top 5 pick. They're gonna move up to try to get him, bring Prime in, and try to move it like that. Which I don't really think he's gonna be a good NFL coach because this stuff I don't think it's gonna translate. In all honesty, so he's in a good position in terms of he's going to be able to bring certain guys in Colorado, but he's not going to be able to build a winning top 5 ranked program. He just can't. It takes 5 years. It takes at least 5 years.
So I want you to do one thing for me.
Talk to me.
So by the end of the season, like I want you to actually chime in every week if you can.
For sure,
You
for
know what I'm
sure,
saying? And I
for
want
sure.
to know how you feeling, during each week, you know,
I appreciate you. Yeah, no
and
doubt, no doubt.
I think that'll be love.
No doubts, no doubts. So, hey, and I'm watching your content, bro. I like the way you just keep it real on the front porch type. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Just
yeah,
you
definitely.
and the audience. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got all the backgrounds and all the clips going and running. It's just you talking football because you played and whatnot. But
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I appreciate that. Is there any final things you would like to say?
Yeah, just everybody that's sitting here getting up in arms about Dylan leaving, which was a surprise. I ain't even gonna hold you, but if you look at it, it makes sense. Dylan was there because he was pretty much gonna be the number one back, but Dylan's too small to be a third, every down back. So he was, and he can't run up the middle. Yeah, he can do little screen passes, slide him out wide, and let him go against linebackers. He's money with that. But at the same token, remember, Prime brought in a whole new offensive line, and that's going to be the key. That's going to be the key right there. And I saw somebody else say essentially Schumer's going to be the coach next year or in 2 years. That's about what it's going to be. Because if you look at it, Prime ain't got enough time to sit there and build that program at a PWI, if you will. You know what I'm saying? He's got to bring in brothers, for lack of a better word. He got to bring in these little brothers that's gonna turn the needle. But Charlie Offendahl, look, and real quick, did you see how? And this little things that Prime does. Every practice, he's sitting there saying, "Who want to jump in the portal?" He knows who's gonna jump in the portal because he knows who he's got coming in, right? But at the same token, him putting Charlie Offendahl as a number 2 running back when his parents sitting on the sideline is good PR, champ. Because you can't be at a PWI and you don't flourish no PWIs. You understand what I'm saying, champ? You gotta put somebody out there because those boosters, they not buying the brothers, right? They're not buying these top-notch brothers that need to come in there and change the culture, if you will. So the culture has changed, but at the same time, they're gonna have the brothers done left the school. You know what I'm saying? Damn near 15, 20 brothers that you brought in to change the narrative of the PWI, done left the school because they know, first and foremost, they ain't gonna get no clock. You transfer to get burned, right? Or the potential to burn. And no Diddy, I heard that shit, no Diddy. But you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, you gotta understand these dudes are going there under the assumption that they're gonna get clocked, they're gonna get burnt, they're gonna get playing time. And if Prime got to promise you that to get you, if Prime, I'm seeing you laughing on the thing because I got to turn my TV down. But if Prime got to promise you playing time, then you know what it's really gonna be. Shedeur is the prize. He's there for 40 to 45 touches, passes a game. He's trying to throw for 400 yards because he's trying to be a top 3 pick. Period. And that's what it's all about for Prime. Prime gonna look and see where he's. Talk about it.
Well, yeah, I definitely appreciate you, my man. But yeah, I want you to stick around now, like for real.
No doubt. I'm on here, champ. I'm gonna watch you. You see me in the comments and whatnot if I see something right.
Yeah, cause this will be recorded, so we're gonna remember these thoughts, man.
You already know, champ. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, dog. Real talk, man.
All right, take care.
All right, you too, champ. You too.
But yeah, that's it. I see that's everybody that wants to chime in. But I feel like that, like I said, everybody had their right to their own opinion, you know what I'm saying? And everything is recorded. So I want him to keep that same energy after this season. I'm telling you guys right now, man, of course, I absolutely hate. I'm going to close it like this. Me personally, I hate that Dylan Edwards left, you know what I'm saying? Because he values so much speed to the team. But with what we have coming in, there's no concern one so bit, man. This team here is going to be electric. Coach Prime is doing an amazing job building this roster, man. And a lot of people don't believe right now. But that's the beauty of you guys coming on here, getting a chance to get your voice heard, whether you agree or disagree. So we can replay this. I may make a clip at the end of the year with all y'all voices saying whatever y'all was saying, especially the ones that don't believe, at the end when we finally show, because I know Coach Prime has some amazing things coming, man. So this spring game is just like a setup, you know what I'm saying, to show what we really have. But the fall camp is really gonna tell it. Right now, we just setting the tone. So, but I appreciate you guys chiming in. Over 658 people in the rooms. On your way out, just hit the like button if you guys would like to support me. And I definitely will keep you guys updated with more content. Appreciate you, Crystal, always chiming in to the channel. And you guys be blessed, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. We out. Peace.